Hey guys, Matisse here from the Happy to Be Here podcast, wanting to extend an apology to our guest Chris Jenson for the delay in getting his awesome episode out to you beautiful people. We had one of our memory cards take a trip through the washer and dryer, so unfortunately the audio for this episode was lost. We're going to be rocking with the audio from the camera, so it's not up to our usual quality, but the episode was so entertaining and informative, we really wanted to get it out to you guys anyways. Thank you so much, Chris, for sharing your experience with us, and I really hope you guys enjoy the episode.
Let's go!
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
I challenge everybody that listens to this to get out of your shell and go do something new and fun.
Happy to be here.
Like they just slow motion.
Do you see Zach trying to pretend like he doesn't watch cake sitting videos?
Happy to be here.
There to exorcise the
Wait,
demons.
so your swan man is
Our
an exorcist?
Schwan delivery man that brought us bomb pops and chicken nuggets is there to perform an exorcism.
This needs to be made into a short
You
film.
couldn't make this shit up.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
What is up, beautiful people of the world? My name is ExZac Change, and I'm happy to be here today with my guest, Chris Jenson, and the homie.
Yeah.
And perfect Cody Duncan. And always, we got Brennan
Ooh, nice crack.
Bradford Pointer.
God, you remembered his name.
Well, that's my name, and I'm not on camera. I put myself on camera, but you know, I'll make it easy for Mike and not make him have a picture of me.
We get the
Just
beautiful,
this time.
we get the beautiful voice though, caressing
Yes.
the airwaves still. So Chris, yeah, dude, I mean we're chopping it up about the one wheel. What is that? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called One Wheel.
The one wheel, okay. Because I was just like, I don't know. I just see them, man. I just see people just flying, dude. And if you don't actually see people's feet, you don't know what they're doing. Because
What's the name of that one that you stand on like this, like the 2 feet facing forward?
Those are, I think they just call them EUCs, like electric unicycles.
I saw a guy on the South Hill, like he was waiting at a stoplight, just like chilling, and then it turned green, and he just put his foot on, and he has his hands in his jacket, like this, like his little pouch right here, and he leans forward, and I want to say he went 60 down the road.
Those things, no joke, rip. Dude.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And it was like I didn't know what to fucking think.
Yeah, those are even, kind of a level up from the One Wheel, man. You can catch some serious air and do real speed with those, but...
Sick.
you think the freeways will just be full of just people just like...
For real.
It could happen.
What's up, bro? Hey, bro.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I'm gonna pass you, bro. I'm in the passing lane.
Yeah.
Just leaning forward.
This is legit.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
Oh man, this is eco-friendly, bro. Fuck, man.
Electric motors, I mean, like, you attach that little fucking hub to anything, and it'll just fucking zing you.
Yeah.
Fuck it, could you fucking, go to fucking Seattle with that shit?
I mean, if you stopped and charged it up, it would make it no problem.
So you just gotta get through the pass.
Chris is like, it would make it, like, there's no question.
Yeah,
It'll
no,
take you
absolutely
there.
would. I've done steeper grades than Snoqualmie Pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about what you do, dude. I'm so interested, but I want you to explain it because I'm just gonna,
Yeah, no, definitely. First of all, thanks for inviting me on here. Like, I'm honored. It's gonna be cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I'm stoked to know that people are interested in what I'm doing. But basically, what I do is I'm a commercial fisherman. I go to Alaska. We fish out of Dutch Harbor in the Bering Sea. It's an intense job, to say the least. But it's just been one of the coolest opportunities I've had in my life. It's one of those things that I didn't really know what to expect before I did it.
Yeah.
And, when I first got out there, it was pretty overwhelming, because we went right out into some pretty serious weather. And there's no way you can have a concept for when everything around you is moving and you're moving for 24 hours a day, and, and working in that, it just presents a whole bunch of challenges that you just you don't know how to deal with, You have to learn, like, the inertia of the waves. You have to figure out how to time them correctly because
And this is just to like walk around.
Just to function and figure shit out, bro. Like this is like fucking the necessities, you know. But one of the coolest things I learned about fishing is you kind of you're forced into like fight or flight mode, you know, just because it's fucking crazy, you know. There's a lot of shit happening around you, and when you're in that mode and learning shit, you're able to fucking pick it up way quicker because it's a matter of necessity, not like, oh, they told me to learn this, so I better fucking figure it out. It's like, you fucking learn this or you're gonna lose an arm, you learn this or you're gonna go overboard, you learn this or you're fucking all your other crewmates somehow, you know, like, it's imminent, crucial shit, you know?
This just sounds intense.
It's super fucking intense, but it's like, if you're willing to like rise to the occasion and like see like how fucking awesome it really is, it forces you to just access a higher part of yourself that you can't access any other way. Like, at least I wasn't able to, just because of like
distraction and like.
Yeah, you know, you're forced to focus, like hyper focus in a way that is like you just don't have to do in normal life. You know, it's, you know, there's a ton of things happening around you. There's chains pulling. There's a million things moving at one time, all while just getting tossed, you know?
It's really like speaking to the fact that our bodies have the ability to do so much more.
Well,
yeah.
The way people can adapt and just adjust to situations is, I've done more than I ever imagined I thought I could, you know what I mean? Like, and I just think like, one thing I've realized is, throughout my life, I never really put myself in a lot of situations where I had to push myself and I had to access this higher level, you know? And I think a lot of people are able to live their life like that because life's fucking easy now. We got drive through everything, you know, just...
You're working from home.
You can work from home. I'm not speaking down to working from home, but
I'm just saying.
But you don't have to access that higher self if you don't want to.
Yeah, if you set your life up like that.
Yeah, if you set your life up like that. And that's kind of how I rolled for a long time. You know, I was able to get away with, you know, about 80% max. You know, that was the max I put into it. And I never been put in a situation where I was forced to, so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. I'm really interested, you know, in kind of what you were doing before you started doing this, and what kind of really led you to want to do something that's obviously super intense out there.
Okay, so you know, it all started like I've always loved the ocean. You know, I'm an avid scuba diver.
Oh.
Always loved the ocean, and when Deadliest Catch came out, I saw it for the first time and I was like, dude, that shit's crazy, but I think I could do it, you know. So just talked about how it was so hard, whoop-de-whoop. I was like, well, that looks pretty fun. Like, that's dope.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah,
I remember when that came out. I mean, everyone had that. Like, I remember watching it thinking, like, that looks fucking wild. Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because anybody who watches this, my fishing friends are going to make fun of me for saying this. Just because, like, Deadliest Catch isn't, like, the cool shit fishing.
Yeah, of course
not. It's not.
Yeah,
but I'm just being real. That's kind of what piqued my interest. And then, you know, I had lived over on the west side of Washington for a while, and I'd met quite a few people over there. And this youngster I met actually grew up to be a fishing captain. And I hit him up. I was like, dude, I've always wanted to do it. If you ever have an opportunity, holler at me. This was probably 6 years ago. Because he was just like, yeah, no, you don't want to be a greenhorn on my boat.
Yeah.
And a greenhorn, for people who don't know, is a first-year fisherman.
All year, you're a greenhorn.
Yeah.
Like that first year.
Yeah.
Until a new one comes in or something.
Exactly.
It's like, no, you're a fucking...
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny how it works, but he's just like, you don't want to do that on this boat. It's like, not that I, you know, don't think you have what it takes, but like, this shit's hard, you know? Mm-hmm. And every year he'd be getting ready to go and be like, when are you going to take me, you know? And then finally it was 2020, COVID year, and he made a post on Facebook, and he was like, man, one of my deckhands just quit, we're in Sandpoint, Alaska, like, who's willing to come out? And I messaged him back, I'm like, put me in, coach, you know I've been trying to do this, you know? And so he sent me a private message and was just like, how serious are you? And I was like, let's go, I was just at a position.
Send me a ticket.
Yeah, I had just moved back from California to Spokane, and I was kind of in the position to just make moves, and they flew me up there. And
So you're really thinking like, okay, I'm about to get into some intense ass work up here in Alaska. You ever been to Alaska before?
not prior.
You
No.
came from California.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's super fucking cool. Like, because what a jump, you know, from the sandy beaches of California to the icy glaciers of
It
Alaska.
was, too. It
That's
was,
awesome.
man.
And so you were a deckhand, and like everyone starts as a deckhand, or like can you?
Yeah, that's pretty much the
I see.
standard, yeah. And you know what? It's weird. On a boat, everybody, at least on my boat, everybody's a deckhand, aside from the captain. Everybody has 2 jobs. I was a deckhand and cook. Then there was a deckhand
nice.
and engineer.
Okay.
Shout out to Justin Riding.
Nice.
No, and then we had the reserve captain, and that's Ray Stewart.
Nice.
They were good dudes.
So your most recent position was deckhand and cook.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool, man.
So cooking when you're out there is a whole different demon, you know. And this season in particular was just it was a challenge because we didn't get much breaks in the weather. Like, you know, usually I'm used to dealing with 2 or 3 days shitty weather. Like, that's really common. It happens all the time. It'd be like 3 days on, 3 days off, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this was like, I mean, 18 out of 21 days just getting our asses kicked, you know. And cooking was just insane. Because, you know, everything's going like this.
Fucking trying to cut things.
So
Yeah.
there's a kitchen. Like explain to me what this boat for like people that need to like understand what the boat looks like. Like they're not watching the pot. Like right, they're just listening. Right. How do
Okay.
you paint a picture of the size and the components?
So the boat is I think it's about 109 feet long. Inside, you know, it's 2 stories. The bottom floor has like a sizable kitchen. On the boat, it's referred to as a galley.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Galley.
Yeah, so it has a pretty good sized galley, which was nice. You know, we have a big walk-in freezer, and we ate like kings out there. You know, like we come prepared. Like we don't spare expenses on food because it's like.
Because you're
It's-
already sparing so much.
Yeah, no,
Just-
exactly. No, and having like delicious food is a big deal. It makes it like, you know.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, I know,
Bring-
absolutely.
So you guys all bring just like in your own shit that you wanna.
Yeah, you know, it's like
That's dope.
it's pretty cool, like how it all works out. We're all able to just pick whatever we want, pretty much, and so you know we never go hungry. We're always eating
Yeah.
something bomb, you know, and we don't eat fish as much as you guys would think.
God, I didn't
Being
even
on the
think about
boat.
that.
I was thinking that you were just eating filet mignon.
Me too. All I
Yeah,
see
no,
is
we
steak
do.
right now.
That's all I was
We
thinking
eat,
about.
now we eat a lot of steak. We eat a lot of, you know, just everything. We stock the boat proper for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so, wait, did I get lost in there? So it was like 2 stories, and then
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have places people are, you know.
Yeah, no, we all have our own bunk room. And it's, you know, it's decent size. There's enough to store all your stuff, and it's really comfortable, man. Our boat was nice. Like,
That's
the
sick.
boat I'm on is like, it's cruise ship accommodations, you know, we got Wi-Fi. We have
Wow.
What?
Yeah, no, and I'll tell you, that was a big game changer because, you know, when I first went out, it was just like going ghost for 4 months, and
Yeah, that's what I was
that was
imagining.
hard.
Wow.
That was hard. That was,
That's how they did it, you know, fucking probably obviously forever until,
yeah,
right?
you
Up
know, it was good for me though, like being forced away from everything that I held dear made me appreciate it so much more, you know.
True, but I also feel like, you know, when you're out there getting, you know, just doing a really hard job, that having those things to look forward to, just those small.
Oh, dude, it becomes so, like, you just value the small things so much more out there, and you know, just being away from everything you love just makes it very clear what's important to you. It's a very good way to you know, figure out what your values really are and what
Yeah.
really matters to you. You know, it's like, go away from it for a while, see what keeps you up at night, see what really, you know, what you really care about, and
Dude.
Because the money
That's
thing
huge.
is like, you know, it's like you can't spend money on the boat.
Yeah.
I've heard like fishermen are like, it's like, dude, I'm away for all this time, and I mean, like, you get back and all your expenses were kind of paid for all that time.
For sure. No, and that's what's really cool is you don't have any overhead when you're out there.
Isn't that crazy to
You're
think, like
out
4
there
months
making
of
some
just
loot.
like chilling, you know?
But well, and it's neat. I was since I've started, I've just been able to like, I've gotten out of debt. I've done a ton of things that just I needed to be done. Like all the things that kept me up at night, I've taken care of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool to have that. It's given me the chance to just kind of start with a fresh, clean slate and just really decide what I want to do. So I'm grateful for that.
So how long do you go out here? Like what is the duration and then until you go back?
Okay, so this year I was out from May 14th to September 13th. Yeah, it was hardcore.
Yeah.
But as far as our singular trips, the longest one we had was like, I think it was like 30 days. That was our very first trip. We were actually fishing off the west coast of Washington, Oregon, and California. But
Sick, dude.
when we're in Alaska, our longest trips are about 3 weeks.
Okay.
But it's kind of crazy how we do it. Offshore fishing is a little bit different because we don't bring the fish on board. What we do is there is a processor at sea that we deliver our fish to. It's hard to explain. So attached to the end of the net is like a net that catches all the fish. There's like a main net where the fish funnel into.
Okay.
And the end is called a cod end. And what you're able to do with the cod end is like once it's full, is you cinch it shut and you attach it to buoys. And we literally hit a hook with a hammer and send it out to sea where the mothership picks it up and they take it on board there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you guys? There's an element of like trust there, right? I mean, like, because it's like this big thing. I mean, how do you guys know what you caught? Like,
yeah. No, I mean, you gotta trust the guys. It's all.
Yeah.
There's there's observers who
Yeah.
kind of watch everything go down
I see.
and make sure everything's copacetic and stuff like that.
That is nuts. I never thought it would be like that.
Yeah,
I
I know,
guess,
it's trippy, but what's even crazier is there's a whole factory on the ship, on the mothership we deliver to, that processes all our fish into imitation crab, like surimi that goes into sushi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And so the fish you catch, that's what it goes
Yeah,
for.
they're pollock. That's what they use them for, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's always what you've caught?
No, my first year I went out after halibut and black cod.
Oh, okay.
And that was a whole different type of fishing.
Is that like I mean, it's net though, right?
Negative. No, what we did was we would bait up. It was long lining is what it's called. And you bait up like miles and miles of lines. There's like these hooks every 3 feet. And we would sit there for like 14 hours a day, like baiting up these tubs that were full of these lines.
Crazy.
And then you drop them to the bottom because we're fishing bottom fish.
Oh, okay.
And you let them soak for 6 to 8 hours and come back and haul them. And the thing that was crazy about long lining is, your whole catch is just coming up on a single line that is exposed to the rest of the ocean. So what would happen is we'd get like the orcas, the sperm whales, they would hear us hauling our gear, they would hear the hydraulics, and it was like a fucking dinner bell to them, dude.
Oh, man.
Dude, and it would be just fucking heartbreaking sometimes. You'd hear like, I mean, you kind of knew what was happening because the hydraulics would start making funky noises.
Because they're pulling on.
Yeah, and it'd be like, vroom, 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 vroom. They're just like, God damn it, we're getting fucking whaled right now. And then,
that's crazy.
and then sure
That's
enough,
kind of like
dude,
that's like an ocean heist.
Yeah, no, big time.
And they're just like, these are ours,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
straight up. No,
Holy shit.
it was wild. But, the sperm whales were shameless. They would just like, I don't know how they did it, but they could clear off every single fish. And, they just come up and like literally look at you just right off the side of the boat. Dude, we had this big one. Big one. He was just like twice as big as the other ones. Big bull. He followed us for like 5 days, just like wrecking our trip, right?
What?
Yeah, no.
5 days? Holy
He's just like, this is great.
The last day we saw him before we threw in the towel, right? he comes up right on the side of the boat, and he was like as big as a fucking Volkswagen bus, dude. Like that's what it looked like. The shape and everything is like a Volkswagen bus coming out of the water, and it was super trippy because he had all these circular scars on his face, right? Just like all over, like perfect circles. I'm just like, what the fuck is that, right? And so like 5 hours later, we're hauling our gear, and my captain knows I'm like a fucking fish geek and I'm super into ocean shit, and I'm like sitting here coiling this line, doing my thing. Then all of a sudden it stops, and he's just like, Chris, get the fuck up here! And I run up to the edge, and there's a fucking giant squid, bro. Like, I shit you not, dude. This thing was like 16 to 20 feet long. Just monstrous, and it was hooked onto this huge fish that we caught trying to pull it off. And we only saw it for probably 2 or 3 seconds, and just...
The squid took off?
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta think, like fish is the currency of the sea. So if you're like a big whale or something, you know, if you got more fish, it's probably like having more money. You're like, dude, I got
Dude, we were in the jackpot, man.
Yeah, that dude with all the scars was like, I'm rich.
You got a bank just
No, and that's what the scars were from, though. I meant to jump back to that. On that sperm whale, those circular scars were from, they dived down and hunt the squid. And it was a squid, like, clinging onto his face, being like, nah, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, like, when they're biting or getting the fish off of the line, like, the hooks don't get them?
No, you see, I think, like...
They just know how to do it.
People don't... It's hard to grasp how huge whales are.
I know.
So, like, a hook going through a whale's mouth right there would be like us getting a tiny little scratch. You know what I mean? Like, they're just... They're so
they don't give
massive.
A fuck about
they don't. So they, like... What they would do is they'd actually like bite the line, and as we're hauling the gear, the fish are just coming up, and they're just like, so the line's going through, and it's like busting the fish off, and they just like.
And it's just chewing their mouth up, but to them,
it's probably super callous. They probably do it to a ton of boats, you know. They know what they're doing. They're smart.
That's
because a whale probably out here just hungry as shit.
Yeah.
They're probably just like, Brian. 20 days.
If they can pop one of these lines.
Oh, they're just fish one at a time, dude.
No, it was a trip.
That is crazy.
That being said, it was like, you know, it was cool to see him and shit, but it was so disappointing when you'd have like 20 hours of work just go down the drain.
Because you guys get paid on the catch. Like, yeah, it's not like you get. Yeah.
No, it's all paid on what you catch. There's no hourly wage. Which, you know, I'll tell you.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
100% commission. These fish are money in real life and in the sea.
Yes.
Holy.
No, I'll tell you. You know, fishing that way though, or having that, creates like a crazy incentive to just fucking go hard and catch the fish. You know, it's like you just want to get as many as you can in the time that you have.
And you guys, working together is a little easier, even if you really don't like that, guys, because we all gotta fucking make a living here. Like,
no, for sure. And I've been really lucky that I've been on boats with just rad motherfuckers, dude. Like they all just have just cool lives and cool people, interesting people, cool stories, you know, and it takes a certain type of person to be able to live in close quarters with the same person for 4 months at a time, you know?
Oh, you gotta have a thick kind of, like, the type of personality where shit rubs off your back.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And one thing that I really like about my company is, I mean, this is kind of in fishing in general, is it's like, the word of mouth is big, you know? So you have to have some credibility before, you know, even being considered. Like, someone has to tell you, like, yo, this guy's not gonna fuck up, this guy's gonna do this guy can do that.
Oh, but there's definitely like a baseline work ethic too. Like, this dude back ain't gonna go out. This dude ain't gonna be like
nobody out of shape is
my leg hurt.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's
you know, you need somebody who's like.
It's hard. It would be hard to be out of shape.
But not even that.
Be out of shape for that long.
You could be mentally out of shape too, because of that.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up, because fishing is easily the hardest thing I've ever done physically, but I would say in the big scheme of fishing, the physical part is like 30% of it. Like, the things you endure mentally are just, you know, they come from a lot of different directions, you know, because one, it's like you miss home, you're bummed out, you're sad, you know, you're in the situation where it's like Groundhog's Day. The repetition is just you know, and
no way to switch it up.
No, it's just, it is what it is. You're fishing. There's a method to catch them, and that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And You know, you fish around the clock. It's not like there's bedtime. It's just like you.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no.
What
it's,
the fuck?
24 hours a day?
Give me the
24
schedule.
hours a day. So.
Stop.
It's cool though. No, it was chill though because like basically.
For all the days?
Every day you're out there, man.
You don't sleep?
No, we sleep. We
Oh,
sleep.
you do
We
sleep.
do.
Okay.
But it's caught in like cat naps and intermittent. You know.
So okay, is
It's
it like an organized sleep? Do you sleep when you can?
Yeah.
Tell me about
You
that.
sleep when you can. It's you know, we usually haul 3 or 4 times a day around the clock.
Mhm.
It takes between 1.5 and 2 hours to like haul and set, and you just kind of have to do it when they're ready. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different variables. You know, the mothership has to be ready. We have to, you know, have a full cod end or whatever. But there's usually a window. You know, you're usually getting out on deck every 4 to 6 hours. So you know, you just have to time it right. You gotta get your sleep in where you can.
And you gotta be, I guess you gotta be in the mood to sleep too, because it's also your time to kind of just chill for a minute.
Yeah, you know, and that's a balance.
So maybe you don't want to sleep. Maybe
No,
you kinda
absolutely. It's a balance you have to find because, you know, all work and no play is no good out there. You have to find time for leisure, otherwise you just.
People smoking?
I am not at the liberty to say that.
Damn it, I
but,
shouldn't even asked.
it helps, man.
It helps.
So
This is a smart
talk
man.
to me about some of the risks that you know. This obviously isn't an easy thing to do, and not everybody can do it. So I'm really interested in you know what the real risks are being out there.
You know, there's so many. there's so many. Nice.
These are hella hot. You guys want to do a shot real quick? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, we don't have cups for the shots, so we just
That's what I'm
bottle shit.
saying. Okay. Yeah.
You guys, I mean, we're already sharing
It's
days.
all good.
I mean, true.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour
Here,
you
take
guys.
the first one.
Thank you, sir.
What's that? I just spilled that.
Dude, I'll fuck with a pickle back. This is a hot
Oh,
pickle.
Oh my god, the
Can I get
pickles
a
are.
little pickleback or what?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna. Here, you just.
Woo, baby,
you just
this
take
spicy.
this one and I'll pour him in the
It's spicy.
Dude,
Oh,
it's hot.
I love these mugs, man. It's great
There you go.
mugs.
The pickleback is hot. I'm not drinking
Oh wow.
this
Wow, bro. Those are spicy.
Okay.
What is that? That's fucking
double
devil spit.
spit. Man,
Woo.
that other one, the sweet heat one, was a little.
Shit ain't no joke. That's the truth.
I hope you're ready. That was some heat to it, dog. I kind of like the sweet heat one. I should have just got
Whoa,
that.
man, that's really got a.
Oh, those aren't sweet heat. Those are like.
No, I was
Fire.
thinking we were ambitious.
That's
And I
the
got
heat.
that heat, this devil spit one.
That's the heat.
You gotta try it.
I'm going to.
Okay.
You know, basically it was like hotter than the devil's dick. You ever but they can't put that on a jar of pickles.
That is hot as fuck.
Okay.
No,
The risks.
the risk, man. The biggest thing is everything is constantly changing. You're in an environment that's constantly moving, you know, and you have to be so aware, and like the things that can happen are usually pretty catastrophic, you know, like when shit goes bad, it goes bad fast.
So one mistake could be.
One mistake can just cost you, you know, and there's so many unseen variables that occur just throughout it. We're dealing with, you know, winches and pulleys that are all under extreme tension, you know, and shit breaks, you know, and when the shit breaks under extreme tension, it's zooming, exploding, going every way, and
So you got to be like ready to react.
you definitely do, you know, and it's you know, I spoke of this earlier about that kind of like that hyper awareness. What comes along with that is just like a crazy reaction time, you know. And one thing I can say about, you know, me and all my crewmates is like we all function at a higher capacity in stressful situations, and that's one thing I'm really grateful for about fishing.
That's beautiful.
It was like, you know, I'm actually better now when shit hits the fan, you know, because that's when you really have to fucking perform out fishing. Like that's when like something really bad can happen, and once you kind of figure out how to fight past that initial fucking This is scary. The whole thing's fucking
Bro, so this is
scary.
like fucking. This is like Aquamarine Corps, bro. That's
Yeah,
what
a
it's
lot.
like.
You know what? It's
It has like a real similarity to
yeah.
that, like did like that, just like going through that hell.
Yeah.
It really sharpens you up.
It does, you know, and it just it's forced though. It's like it's not even something you don't even have to go out and look for. Like
Just thrown
if
into
you
it.
go do it, like a part of you that didn't exist before is gonna come out. You know, like straight up. That's just how it is. Anybody who's done it will tell you that. Like,
Have you seen anything? Have you seen somebody get kind of fucked up, something swinging, hit somebody?
yeah,
Like,
you know, honestly, we had a lot of close calls. It's actually my fault. I almost took my crewmate's legs off pretty.
Oh my god.
But you know, we work with winches and pulleys, and they're controlled by a lever.
Mhm.
Basically, I was controlling this reel line that was connected to these big chains, and I was meaning to, you know, give slack instead of making it tight.
Let out. Yeah.
And I made it super tight all of a sudden, and like these chains are probably like 750 pounds, but they just shifted and like took him out at the legs.
Holy shit.
He was all good, but he was fucking making up new cuss words at me.
But you're saying that like if it would have been just a little bit, if it would have went a little bit of a different way, it could've
Straight
been-
up, if he was in closer, there's just, you know, there's so many narrow misses throughout the day, you know. Like,
Throughout the day.
that's just fishing though. You gotta understand, it's like
That's bad.
Like they're signing up for that. Like
yeah, you do, and you just have to be game for it. You know, it's like being in a fist fight, trying not to get punched. Like
the whole time.
That's
really
a great analogy.
it really is. You know?
Wow.
And
You're like that fight or flight, like you were saying.
it is, you know, and once you, I've become like so callous to it. Like thinking about it, I remember I was out there just in this crazy shit. We had big green water waves. A green water wave is when they come over, like not, like they'll come over all aerated and fluffy and pretty and nice. Those don't fuck you up. You don't gotta worry about those. But the green water ones are like the ocean fucking encroaching on your boat. It comes in like 3 to 5 foot wall.
Oh my god.
And it just kind of hits and
It
like
will smack you. Well, if you get hit with one, you're going with it. Like there's no, like you don't break it and the waves go around you. It's like you're caught in it. And you get until something stops you, you know.
crazy.
And that happened to me a few times. And
Yeah, talk to me about the weather, man. I know that you've been in some. I know that that's one of the biggest like enemies out there.
It's a factor, bro. You know, you just the constant movement is like it forces you to like access different parts of your brain that you never have to access before. So just the process of trying to stay, you know, balanced is exhausting, you know. But we would get like, you know, 15 or 20 foot waves, and depending on how you're going into them, you're all good. You're just,
Yeah.
you know, and you just kind of have to be ready to hit the roll. But like if you're turning or something and you get hit from the side, or, you know, the waves are coming up behind you and they're super huge and they flood the deck, it's hard to deal with, man.
And so the captain's job is to keep the boat, like, keep you guys from fucking capsizing.
Yeah, but I mean, there's certain situations where you have to, you know.
Who controls the stress levels?
Jeez.
Like holy shit! This just sounds like it could get times when you're just like.
And it is, you know, and that's like.
Like you said, you're accessing different places because you're, you know.
Yeah, and part of what makes a good fisherman is the ability to, you know, channel that stress and fear into like
Let's just get it
just
done. Let's
performing at your apex, you know.
Fucking let's
And,
go.
yeah, and that's the attitude with a lot of people out there is just like fucking let's get it.
You got homies that are gonna listen to this podcast that are like out there right now.
But probably, yeah.
Dude, fuck
Probably.
yeah, dude.
I actually-
shout out those guys.
I actually wrote down, I wanted to know, like, a entry-level deckhand, is it a pot share? Like, at the end? Or, like, there's a guy who just starts, like, what
You
do
always
you
get like a
expect?
crew share. I think like you know, it's so case dependent on every company you work for. Like it all changes, but you know, lots of the time coming in, they'll call you a half share, greenhorn half share. You know,
Oh, okay.
so you get like half of what like the full share gets, and
I
whatever the full share maxes out at you'd probably get half that.
So what's a good round? Like you go out for a couple months. Like what would be a good haul off? Like what kind of money could a brand new half share?
A brand new person make in like 3 months?
Yeah.
40 to 60,000 bucks.
What the fuck? Holy shit! That was 20 grand, 30 grand.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you're doing.
Well, that's good money, baby.
Yeah,
Holy
if
shit,
you
that's
got,
a half share.
What kind of resume
got
you gotta have to
3
get that?
yeah, but
You gotta have that thick skin resume?
I mean, you know, honestly, like you'd be surprised how easy it is to get jobs. Like people don't want to fucking work anymore. Like it's like, and it sucks. Like fishing's hard, dude. Like you gotta like. It requires some serious resiliency.
You ever have people that go out there and they're just like, I want to go home, and it's like, you can't.
So, yeah, no, it's.
There's no helicopter coming to get you.
Yeah.
Here. We're out to sea. I don't know who knew that.
I've honestly, I haven't experienced that since my first year. But my first year out, it happened on land though, so no, I haven't had anybody fucking straight pitch out on me.
But they were close.
But yeah, no, I've had people be like, yeah, I'm fucking over this. Like this.
Like went out to Alaska or shit, like with the whole thing or what?
They were on land and they were just like, I'm not getting back on the boat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
85% commitment, just.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not gonna tell anybody till I get my fucking 60 grand though. Like fucking goddamn it.
It's cool. You just fishing. It's a gamble though because it's like you gotta be on a decent boat, man. There's a lot of shit boxes out there.
So there's some boats that go out there and you just go hard 24/7 and just come back with not a lot of money.
Yeah, I imagine so. You know, it all depends on.
Plagued by whales.
Oh,
And fucking like holy shit.
man, they used to be a factor, bro. The whales used to give me anxiety. I had dreams about them and shit.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen some pretty dope like? Wait, have you seen shit? Or?
I've seen hundreds and hundreds of whales.
What?
Yeah, hundreds.
Dude,
if not thousands at this point, to be honest with you. Because where we fish, like specifically when we're fishing in the Bering Sea, this area called Unimak Pass, that's like the northernmost migration of the humpbacks, and that's where they like congregate, do their thing, and like you see.
That's where they podcast. They're up there fucking chilling.
Yeah, it's rad, man. I mean, you see them all the time.
That's cool. That is fucking nuts, man. And you've seen a bunch of like different types of whales, I'm sure. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. My first year out, we were headed up to this island called St. Matthews. It's just like in the middle of the Bering Sea, like out by Russia almost, like deep. And we saw a North Pacific right whale, and apparently there's only like 80 of them left. Like they're super rare. And we were just like, what the hell is that thing? And I had to Google it once we got back to service because this is when I didn't have Wi-Fi. And I was like, oh, for sure, that's what that motherfucker was.
Dude,
they got a really distinct look. Yeah.
What a trip, man. So this is one of those things where, you know, you're putting yourself in an extreme situation, right? You can make some good money. So it's like you don't even have to think about that. You're gonna go through a little bit of hell compared to what you would normally do working a safe way or know, whatever else you would do, right? But you're gonna access different parts of your brain. You're gonna learn, more about yourself. You're gonna, be around some new people, and you're gonna see shit that.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that's what I'm getting from this. This sounds beautiful,
all those things, dude. And I think, for me, it was just life changing in every way. Not just the financial aspects. It just forced me to learn so many new things. I kind of spoke on it earlier about just being thrown into a situation where it's like you have to learn this out of necessity.
Yeah.
And
chaos.
Yeah. It is. It's all chaos, and you have to get used to the plan constantly changing. It's like there's never a script to stick to because it's like we follow the fish. The fish don't have a script, so it's like.
Yeah. Man, it's really like this, just moving with your senses, kind of trying to.
Yeah, that's what it pays to have a good captain because it's like, captains run fucking 90% on intuition. I swear, And
like they know where the fish are.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna put you boys on some fish. We gonna make some money.
No, straight up, dude. My captain now, he's this young dude. He's younger than me.
What?
Yeah, no, and it fucking.
And it's just in his blood, or what?
It's fucking in his blood, 100%.
Weird.
Yeah, no, he's this old school Norwegian cat. he's not like from Norway, but that's where his lineage is. And shout out Mark Garbrick.
Dude.
But no, he's a G, dude, and he just knows how to find the fucking fish, and he knows how to catch them, and it's like
Cool.
most captains like who make it to their spot are there for a fucking reason. Like it's not easy to get there, and only certain people are able to like put it all together, you know.
So what is like the hierarchy? Like, is there a way to, you know, are there promotions? Like, you get in there. So first you get in there, you make in half, and then, you know, what amount of work you put into to kind of earn your way to making.
You know, it's all kind of case dependent. Like I've never made half share. Like I was lucky. Like I went in during like COVID year, and they needed people.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yo, like.
Full share.
COVID doesn't affect you when you're out there in the cold.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, like there was nobody was sick on the boat.
No,
Y'all were just like, we don't want to go to.
I missed a good portion of all that shit because it was kind of advantageous actually. Like every time I'd go to leave for fishing, there'd be like another lockdown and shit. And I'd just be like, fuck yeah.
I'm just out here chilling.
What a good way to stay
Literally
away.
does not matter to me.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting COVID.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about nothing.
You know, it sucked though because when you're out there and you've been gone for 3 weeks, like coming back and like hitting up the bar is it means a lot more than it does just being able to do it all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
But that being said, I will say like the bars in Alaska and the people you meet there and just like especially the fishermen, because any fisherman in the bar is there and is just fucking stoked to be there. Just probably spent 2 weeks doing some hellish shit.
So like the show, the show is like when they go to the bar, they're so fucking happy.
Exactly. No, it's because like fishermen deserve to fucking be enjoying themselves. I assure you that. Like after, you know, if they're there coming straight off a boat, like fucking let them rage.
So there's just a like bars in Alaska where you're just pulling up, you just got off, you're done.
Oh yeah.
And then there's just a dude in there just telling stories, getting
Fuck yeah.
hammered.
No, it's like I've met some straight like cartoon character Popeye the Sailor Man.
Fuck yeah.
So we're like, you know, even to fly to Dutch Harbor, it's just a bitch. You know, it's a bitch to get there. No,
I was
matter
gonna
what.
ask if you flew or if you drove there.
Oh, we take the boat up from Seattle.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like a 7-day journey.
Whoa.
No,
okay.
you're not catching on the way.
No, you know we're going through Canadian waters and stuff.
So what you guys are just chilling, or what?
Yeah,
Or
we're just chilling and
getting nets
everything
ready.
ready, yeah.
Okay.
So
you know,
you go to the boat
food.
in Seattle.
Yep.
And then you
That's what we
what
do.
do you call it when a boat moves?
It's just travel, man.
You travel, or you don't drive. Like I was like.
No,
trying
you
to
drive it.
I was trying to think of the verb that I would use to drive. You drive a boat. Okay. I was like, you float it up. And I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. I don't think that's it.
No, it's a long journey. The
Tell
whole
me.
thing is long.
I want to know. Have you seen some wicked sunsets?
Bro, it's undescribable. But I'll be real with you. The real cool shit you see is the sunrises, dude.
Really?
Those are the crazy
sick,
colors. Yeah, man. And that's me like trying to, dude. I love my sunrises and I'm grateful for them because I'd only see them when I'd be like fresh woken up, just not wanting to fucking be out there, like
you're
hauling
down
this
a little
gear.
bit.
And then like all of a sudden it's just like fucking it's there and just blasting you. You're just like, oh fuck, I needed this so bad.
I can see that.
And
kind of mood changer.
yeah, no, absolutely. And they were kind of rare because this year.
Shit gonna give me a tear, bro.
No, for real though. That was one thing. Like the ocean's funny, man. Like whenever you are just like at your fucking end, you know, on like your fifth wind, like something fucking crazy cool will happen to like pick you up. Like a fucking whale will pop up, or like the orcas will start fall on your boat, and it's
The universe.
I'm telling you, dude. And it's like if you just continue working hard, like you get rewarded for that.
So
shit.
this is a thing. This is a fucking thing, man. This right here. This is real. Okay, I don't care what you want to call it though. If you want to call it the universe, you want to call it God, you want to call it whatever you want. That's real. When you put in unapologetic effort into something,
For sure.
and you know you're doing the right shit the right way, and you're just doing it, and you know, you're gonna get rewarded.
Absolutely.
And so when it comes in clutch in those exact times when you're down and it just hits you, bro, that's the shit that keeps us all wondering.
For sure.
What's happening?
No, exactly.
And you just gotta be open to receive it.
Exactly.
Because anyone could just look over and be like, yeah, the sun comes up every day.
Yeah, I've seen that a million fucking times.
But he's just like, no, like that is a moment, and I'm gonna be like, that's dope.
For sure, you gotta take it as a blessing, you know? I think there's a lot of things in life like that you can just kind of fucking take for granted, but...
Well, I think that people forget that it's this journey. Okay?
Yeah.
So that means that today it's not all about, I'm gonna get this and then it's gonna be good. In a month and a year and 2 years and 5, it's just today.
For sure.
We're here now. We don't know what could happen. There's millions of stories of people that literally woke up. They were like, I'm gonna do regular shit today, and they didn't make it through the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so it's like we just get so, like we were talking about being comfortable, working from home, you got, we're just chilling with cable, like, you kind of in that, like in society, it is much, comfort has almost become a bad thing at this point, right? Like you said, drive through, like shit is just almost too easy at this point, right? Where it was super innovative and like, it was very helping, and now it's getting to the point where people are just
Yeah.
driving,
sure.
So I don't know, man. This type of stuff right here, the stuff that brings you back to being a human.
Yeah.
And the things to really recognizing a sunrise and that little bit of appreciation that just reminds you that it's like, man, I'm lucky to be here right now.
Absolutely, man.
Happy to be
Absolutely.
there.
Happy to be here.
Happy
man.
to be here, man.
That's cool. No, have you ever met any of the people from the show?
Deadliest Catch? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sick. So they're like out there. Like,
yeah, man, we're in the same city, dude.
And they're badass fishermen, just like everybody
Just
else.
out getting it, man.
That's
Doing the
crazy.
damn
They
thing.
sure make a fucking show out of that.
Yeah.
Cameras on the boat, like people running around.
Yeah, no, they do it. It's crazy. There's a lot of shit they add just for the television aspect, but as far as like the actual fishing goes, like that's
real. That's fishing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Crazy.
I mean, it's dangerous. That's the thing, is that it's dangerous, and you guys are well deserved to be, to be handsomely paid, to be out there fucking getting it.
Dude, I'm grateful for the opportunity, not just for the monetary aspect, but it's, the stuff you get to see, the lessons you're forced to learn are just, I would have never learned them any other way.
Bro, most people are just banking on monetary. So if you got a job, like a career, something that you're doing that's offering more than that, that's fucking huge.
No, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful and I'm blessed, and I just, it makes me want to just live a good life, live a healthy life, try to like make my physical fortitude last as long as it fucking can, so I can do this as long as I'm able to,
You're gonna fish for a while. Like, you love it that much.
I do love it, man, and I feel like it's, every year I just learn something new about myself and about fishing, and I'm pushed in a new way that I haven't been before, and it's the best thing I can do for myself right now,
Do you think you'll one day be a captain, or?
I don't know if I want to make it that far. I think it's
like you can work your way up and like be like first officer, like do they have those on boat? Like first
it's like, okay, so it goes like
engineer.
there's like an engineer, then there's like a reserve captain.
Okay, reserve captain.
Yeah.
And like you're like, I'd do that if I had to.
Yeah. Honestly, I fucking love cooking. I make loot. It's like less responsibility. I get it, like, I'm very revered because the crew loves my fucking food.
Oh,
They're super appreciative. They're just like, I get
You're feeding them.
No, straight up, and like I throw down. I work hard for them, Like I make sure that like we all eat good,
Yeah.
And
seasoned up.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I don't complain,
Can
bro.
you imagine if you weren't a good cook? You're like, I guess I'll make the burgers.
You really want me to?
These are gonna be some pucks.
No, but
so you just step up.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I cook, and people are just like, thank God.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, honestly, that's how I was able to get into the company I'm with now. It was It's kind of funny. Like I kind of got stolen from my first company.
Oh,
They
okay.
like created some salt amongst some captains. They're fucking.
We want Chris back.
Bro, it's kind of like the NBA draft or some shit.
Yeah,
Like you got
for real.
you got people in there, you know, like trades and shit.
But
Like,
it's weird, man. Fishing, there's not a lot of people that want to do it. It's like it's hard.
so it's easy to make yourself valuable. If you're out here and you're sitting on a fucking couch and oh man, I'm making fucking $16.25 an hour.
Come get it. No, I'll tell
And
you.
you got some gumption?
I will tell
Let's
you.
go.
Anybody, hit me up on Facebook, and I will get you in the direction where I can find you a job, like straight up.
Oh, because you'll vouch for it's
If-
like, can you
dude,
work?
If you're fucking serious and you think you can do it, like
You could
after
totally-
what I've said here, I can absolutely find people jobs, dude. They are plentiful right now.
Damn.
Straight up.
People hear that shit, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get people being
But
like, "Fuck, I
listen,
want a
the
job."
thing that's the most valuable is that you're getting more than just, like you were saying, the monetary aspect of it. You're going to learn more about yourself. So this is basically, you know, in a way, it's a psychedelic experience.
Very much so, dude.
Without
Very
having to
much
take
so,
psychedelics.
yeah.
Like you're
No,
literally
it's-
just going to, you know, it's a different
absolutely.
one. It's
That's-
one that you haven't done yet.
Yeah, no, it's cool you put it that way because, you know, I've thought that out there before where I was just in such a crazy, different environment and like seeing it, like everything's moving, you're moving. I was like, this is a fucking acid trip out here, you know, like straight up.
Yeah,
like,
you saw a whale, the sun's
No,
rising, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
the
it's sort
time.
of like it doesn't matter if I took acid, like I'm tripping, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. And
Yeah.
and when you become used to it is when it's even weirder because you're just like, this is what's normal to me now. Like I'm sitting there just getting tossed, watching fucking huge waves come over the deck,
God.
and then like, it's just that becomes like your comfort zone, you know?
See, so the thing is that, you know, people take acid because, you know, they want to see whales and sunrises. So
It's like you don't need
Let's
it.
go
now, would
fishing.
you
Shit.
like to just make some money doing that?
Yeah.
Well, here we go. You know,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yo, Chris. Man.
You guys want to know something crazy? That I just met this guy while you guys were taking a shot, and it just reminded me that I never knew this was a job. The dude worked for somebody off of a Craigslist. He met this guy in 2003, and he was responding to a Craigslist ad, and then now this guy owns the same company he worked for, and what it is he's a headhunter, and what he does is he finds people hire him to steal an employee from a company and get them over to here, and he gets a commission
Wow.
to do that. And he was like, you wouldn't believe, the dude pulled up in a brand new fucking truck. He was like, you wouldn't believe how lucrative this is.
Wow.
And I was like, I didn't even know that fucking existed. I said, how'd you get into
That's
that?
crazy.
I feel like
He
I'm-
said, I responded to a Craigslist ad, and that was fucking.
I feel like I'd be really good at that.
You
Yeah,
would
you
be
probably
good at
would.
that. Like,
Yeah.
cause he's like, you gotta build rapport. He was like, he's like, I'm like their friend for like 5 or 6 months.
Because you know
and
what?
Then I grab him. I'm like, whoa.
Because my thing is too is like I feel like if you're like providing a value to the person, right? Like we're really in this crazy capitalist society where it's like, I mean, even with the company, if you feel any type of sympathy for your company, stop. Just stop immediately, okay? Because it doesn't fucking matter. If there's another company,
It's not reciprocated.
no, exactly.
Like they'll replace you.
Yeah, like if another company's like, I'm gonna give you more money, then you should. I mean, the most respectful thing I feel like you can do is go to your company and be like, listen, I'm about to go make some more money.
Yeah.
So what's up? You know,
Get them
then
to fight over you.
and they can just pay you that. Like if you fuck with the company, then you can
Yeah.
say, hey,
Yeah.
just pay me what I'm being offered. A lot of people, listen, this is something totally outside, but like a lot of people forget to ask for their worth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're getting paid $15, $16, $17 an hour, oh, you're getting paid $19 an hour. Oh, you feel like you're really making some money right now. When really, if you were like, I have 23, they'd probably be like, okay. And you'd be like, what? I could ask for 25.
Yeah, right.
You know, like really, it's like, you know, you're worth so much more.
Yeah.
I feel like, and this kind of a job gives you the ability to just show up
Yeah,
where people won't show up.
for sure.
Well, if you're willing to do things that people aren't willing to do, then you can be rewarded in
Absolutely.
many ways.
And you gotta kind of take notice to your situation and be like, there's nobody like they need me.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean? I need the 23.
sure.
You know,
Listen,
or whatever.
anything anybody can hope for in this country, in this world, is a little bit of leverage.
Yeah.
That's all we're trying to get.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And if there's a need and you're like, wait, you just need a dude, you know, a little bit of, I'm a little fit, we can get in here, we can, you know, we can.
But you have to make yourself an asset somehow, you know?
And be mentally strong. I feel like that's the big thing, be that mental discipline that you have to do to endure hours and hours. I mean, so this became a thing where you love this.
Yeah, no, I do enjoy it. I mean, just because what it's brought to my life in every way, you know, it's helped me get my children back into my life. It's helped me get everything I've needed to get done. You know, like
Wow.
It sounds like it helped you kick things too. Like,
absolutely.
Like get things out of your life.
Yeah, no, they don't call it C-hab for no reason.
Oh shit! It's instead of rehab. Damn, I didn't even think of that. So like, you can kind of be a piece of shit until you go fish, and then
you can't do it. Like you won't make it.
Yeah.
You can't
just get after it.
Have you seen that documentary on down in Florida? It's like Deckhands. Have you seen it on YouTube?
I don't think I have.
Okay, yeah, and it just exactly what they're saying. They're just like people come in like their first couple days on the boat, like they're detoxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until they're like, you know.
No, that's the thing, man. I'm grateful to be past that chapter.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're not, you know, when you get back, you know, you said that kind of the max was like 4 months, right? That you were gone.
Yeah, I mean, this year was the longest season, or this last season was the longest season I've ever had.
Yeah, so what are you doing when you're not, are you from Spokane?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was born elsewhere. I'm kind of a gypsy, to be honest with you, but a bulk of my life has been lived in Spokane, yes.
What's your favorite bar here?
My favorite bar here? Oof, that's loaded.
They've all changed.
They have. What was your favorite bar?
I really like the LK.
Oh, fire ass girl right there.
Mexican spot.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, we used to go all the time.
Yeah.
Remember back in the
That
day?
little corner right there where you got like,
Is it still even there?
It's there. It's there. And they
What's the
still got
pizza
that
spot?
tamale.
I haven't
And
been
the
there
tamale
for
and the chips and guac are
what's
still
that
there.
pizza spot right there?
Pack out.
Yeah, Pack Out.
Pack Out Pizza, man.
They throw down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they throw down. We do
No,
a
they
hip hop show there. We were supposed to do a hip hop show there, and then COVID.
Yeah.
It was like right when it shut down.
But
too.
dude, when you perform a little bit of music with some pizza, you know, in the air, goddamn, that's something special. That's something special.
Good as it
man.
gets right there.
What was the other spot? There's another spot right next to the LK. It's like a
Across
burger
the
spot.
street?
Or
No.
It's like right there, right?
Oh,
El
Oh,
Trattoria, or Italian Trattoria, the restaurant there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Their elk is attached to LK.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
elk is-
They would do that. They're like elk. LK.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, you know,
This is fancy elk.
I like it when I'm like, can I get fries with this? Like, we don't have fries. I'm like, you do on the other side of that wall.
They share a kitchen.
Bullshit.
You can't get the fries. Are you serious? They share
Yeah, I mean, like it was something stupid, and they're like, "No, we don't have that." I'm just like, I get the corn pasta right next door. Just go get me a bowl, because you know how they have that pasta. Everyone loves that pasta.
I love it. So the reason I love LK is because you go in there, and it's very small in a way that keeps everything intimate. So
Yeah.
you might meet a new friend. You're
For sure.
in there. You know, there's great tequila. You're having, you know.
So no, they have this tequila that they infuse with beets. That is
What?
Dude, it's ridiculously delicious. It has like this crazy earthy flavor. You gotta-
okay, let's go.
They have a ghost
It's
tequila.
really good.
They do like a ghost pepper tequila.
Oh, that's right.
It
Yep.
burns your asshole.
Is that experience?
Yes.
He's like, make sure you got the fiber in. Yeah, that is crazy.
Dude, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Spokane. Gotta love Spokane, dude. That's why we do this, man. It's for this city right here because the people here, you know, they need some else, man. They need a podcast. They need some cool shit. Yo, I got Django coming on the fucking podcast. He's gonna be coming on in a couple weeks, man. And this dude just opened up for Tech 9. He was crowd surfing. I was like, I don't know how many.
As a performer?
As a performer, I don't know.
Yeah,
how many.
local cat here.
I don't know
Well,
how
I wouldn't
many-
call him local anymore.
I don't know, but that is local.
Yeah, I guess he is local to here.
We gonna say, hey, that's our guy.
Yeah.
He's
Hell
from
yeah.
Spokane, you know. But you know, when you see people crowd surfing, you're like, you know, you don't see a lot of people doing that. You don't see a lot of podcasts, you know, talking to fucking cool ass fishermen that are going out here and risking their lives and fucking learning more about themselves.
Just trying to get it, man.
Chris, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Bro, I
being on here.
sincerely appreciate this opportunity. I've had a blast, and I love what you guys have going here, and I hope you guys crush it. For sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Yes,
Sweet.
appreciate you.
Cody.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Peace.
See you later.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here, breathing this fresh air, living my best life, even when the shit ain't fair, even when the love ain't there. Yo, I'm just happy to be here, smoking some good weed, not thinking what could be. I'm just here in the right now, doing me till it's lights out. Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, cause I know that shit could be worse. So what I spit in these verses gon' make some history first.
So I'm happy to be here, I'm living my best life.
Yo, you living without fear,
You wonder what that's
like a breath of some fresh air.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
Dude, God, I want to fucking. I feel like I don't have the gumption to fucking. But
Yeah, no,
You'd be surprised, man. It's like when you're forced to do something, like you can do more than you can think you can do.